Dear students, so in the previous class we have been seen that the multi-quadrant operation of a separately excited DC motor. So how we are going to change the operation of a drive from one one quadrant to another quadrant using the mechanical reversible switch. Using mechanical reversible switch, we know that. So today we'll see the next operation using today we'll see the dual converter fed DC drive. Using this dual converter, we can easily mm, operate the drive here. Okay, so in this drive, dual converter fed DC drive, so there are two types again: the circulating current type dual converter and non-circulating current type dual circuit converter. So in first one we'll see circulating current type. So let us consider two drives. Okay, so two drives, that is converter 1 and converter 2, or converter A and converter B, and these converters are connected with the AC main supply. Okay, so then the all the individual supply is connected to another individual converter B, and similarly B is connected to B, C is connected to C here, or you can call it as A B C lines, or A B C lines. Okay, A is connected to A, B is connected to B, and C is connected to C. So the output of converter A, I call it as a VA, the armature voltage for the converter A. Similarly, VB is the output of converter B, but it is in reversible operation. You can see here the converter A is in forward direction, that is in like this, it is in the first two, and converter B is in reverse. Okay, like this. So now the triggering angle alpha A is nothing but the converter A triggering angle, and converter B triggering angle, I will call it as alpha B. Then this L1 and L2 I will call it as the reactor 1 and reactor 2, or you can call it as inductance L1 and inductance L2. And through these two inductors, or in between these two inductors, going to connect the armature. Okay, armature. So that I will call it as the armature winding in between the two reactors L1 and L2, and this through the armature armature current is flowing, so small I, and the output of this armature I will call it as VA, small VA, and the converter A is in forward direction like this. Okay, and converter B will be in reversible direction. The current flows in reverse direction. Here it is in forward direction, and in between, or between these two converters, the current passing now. So this I will call it as the circulating current, according to this first one, circulating current type of dual converter. How the circulating current is passing from one converter to another converters. Okay, similarly the IC will be like this now. Okay, now the main advantage of these L1 and L2, why they have used L1 and L2 here in the drive, means to limit the current here. Okay, to limit the converter current, they have used the L1 and L2 here. Okay, you can see in the next slide that here, see, the reactor L1 and L2 are used to limit the circulating current between the converter bridges. So that's why they have used two reactors in between the armature here. So let us draw this, how the circulating current is going to happen in the quadrants. So using the voltage current plot, we'll see the y-axis indicates the armature voltage and x-axis indicates the armature current. So we know that there are four quadrants: quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. In quadrant 1, what happens? Both the current and voltage are positive. Okay, in quadrant 1 both armature voltage as well as the armature current are positive. If both voltage and current are positive, the torque is also positive. If the torque is positive, the speed of the drive is also positive. Is it right in the quadrant 1? Similarly, in quadrant B, what happens? In quadrant B, voltage is positive, current is negative, then the power in the converter 2 will be negative. Similarly, in the quadrant 3 is also same. The current is negative, okay, current is negative, voltage is negative, then obviously torque will be negative. If the torque is negative, then power generated in the will be positive, okay, because both the torque as well as the speed of the drive will be negative here in the quadrant 3. Then similarly in the quadrant 4, the power is negative because current is positive, current is positive, voltage is negative, then the torque will be negative here, then the similarly Wm will be negative, then the power consumption in the quadrant 4 will be negative. Then you can see this, the whatever we have here, there are two converters, is it right? So using these converters we have to implement here. In quadrant 1 and quadrant 4, the converter A will be operating here. It means the both quadrant 1 and quadrant 4, the current will be in a forward direction here. Okay, so that's why converter A and converter B, both the side current is forward direction. The circulating current is moving in negative to positive, it means forward direction. Similarly, sorry, it will be B, okay, converter B here. Okay, so whatever this A is there now, make change at converter B here. In converter in quadrant 3 and 4, in converter 3 and 4, as we seen here, the converter B will be in a reverse, that is negative to positive, is it right? It will be reverse direction. So then both quadrant 3 as well as the quadrant 2, the current is negative, then converter B will be operating in these two quadrants here. Okay, converter A will operate in quadrant 1 and 4 and converter B will be operating in 3 and 2. Is it clear? Okay, it means we know that overall these converters A and converter B will operate in all the four quadrants. Okay, let us consider voltages in both the converters are okay. So ultimately we prove that in these two quadrants the current is positive, in these two quadrants currents are negative. Then ultimately whatever we are getting the output voltage, that will be equal here. Okay, whatever we are getting the output of converter A and output of converter B will be equal here, even though the current flowing in these two converters are negative. So we'll get the both voltages are equal, that is VA is equal to minus VB. Why minus VB? Because converter B will be in reverse direction. So then we write it as VA plus VB. Okay, similarly we know that the output voltage of continuous current operation will be 3 Vm by pi alpha A plus 3 Vm divided by pi cos alpha B here. So then this and this will get cancelled. then the remaining is cos alpha A plus cos alpha B. Okay, then if you again simplify this, you will get the simplified output as the triggering angle A plus triggering angle B, or triggering angle of the converter A plus angle of converter B will be the 180 degree. It means the sum of the triggering angles of both the converters will be always 180 degree. So that we have shown here. So then, as I discussed earlier, so this is important point. So as I already discussed, when the drive is in forward motoring and forward braking, okay, the back EMF, whatever the back EMF is generated in the drive, will be always greater than 0 here, okay, in quadrant 1 and 4 here. Okay, in both these cases back EMF is positive as well as the speed is positive. Then what happens, the converter A will be rectifying the triggering angle here. How what is the range of the triggering angle, how it is going to trigger here from 0 to 90 degree. Then if the converter A is rectifying the output signal, then converter B will be converting that, the angle, the range of the triggering angle will be 90 to 180 degree. Similarly, when the drive is in reverse motoring and reverse braking, that is quadrant 2 and 3, here reverse motoring and reverse braking will happen. Then obviously if it is a positive back EMF, here in reverse it will be a negative back EMF, that is less than 0 or negative, and the speed is also negative. Then completely reverse operation is happened, whatever we have discussed in forward motoring and forward braking. So here will be converter A will be converting, that is 90 to 180, converter B will be rectifying, that is 0 to 90 degree. Okay, okay, this is about the circulating current type of dual converter fed DC drive. Similarly, we will see the non-circulating current type dual converter, how it is going to rectifying. Okay, so this is non-circulating current type dual converter. Here what happens, so we cannot connect the supply voltage of both the converter A and converter B. Okay, let us draw the converter A and converter B. So this is the converter A and this is the converter B. So again here also the converter B is in reversible reverse order. Okay, so connected with A B C, the supply voltage with the A B C, that is AC main supply. So then in between these two we have connected the armature. So through the armature current is flowing, the output of this armature will be VA. Okay, okay, if suppose we want drive to be in forward motoring and forward braking, use the converter here. Okay, so whatever the we discussed in the previous slide, that is in quadrant 1 and 4, the forward motoring and forward braking happens, no? So same way, if we want to be drive the motor in forward motoring and forward braking, we have to use the only one converter here. Okay, the converter A. Similarly, the when we want to drive the reverse motoring and reverse braking operation, we need to drive the converter B here. Okay, converter B we use for the reverse motoring and reverse braking. Then converter A is responsible to supply the positive current here. So this is always produces the positive current and this will always produce the negative current here. So the main function of this is to only one converter is operated at a time. So in previously, when the circulating current is there we are operating both the converter at a time, converter A and converter B. But here non-circulating current, because only one converter is operated at a time, we cannot operate both the converter at a time. So then there is no circulating current. Okay, so when current is passing in both the converter, then we call it as the, okay, current circulating IC is IC will be flowing in both the converter, but here there is no IC here. IC is absent here, okay, right? So then there will be only one converter is operating at a time. Okay, so then if suppose the armature current is positive, then the converter A will be triggering, that is converter A is operating. If the IA is negative, okay, this IA, the armature current is there now when the flowing across the armature, when the IA is negative, this will be operating. IA is positive, the converter A is operating, okay, or it is going to trigger. Then a dead time is maintained between the turning off of converter A and turning on of converter B and vice versa. Obviously, if the two converters are there, they have been set the time here. So how much time the converter A has to be operate, how much time the converter B has to operate, okay, depending upon the dead time, the both the converters are operating here. Now next comes the third operation of the multi-quadrant operation of the separately excited DC motor, that is field current reversal. So we need to change the field current to operate the drive here, okay, drive in the different quadrants. So let us consider one converter is in the forward direction, is connected with the armature winding, okay, then that is connected back to the drive here. The output of the drive will be VA. Across the armature IA current is flowing. So let us consider the same winding whatever we have dictated in the previous slides, okay. So let us consider the converter 1 and converter 2 here. The converter 1 is in forward direction, converter 2 is in reversible direction. You can see this here, okay. So it is in reverse direction. Then I call it as the field converter 1 and field converter 2. Name it as a field converter 1 and field converter 2 here. Through the okay, connect both the converters here, okay, like this. Through these, when after connection of both the converters, connect one field winding to the drives here, that through the winding the field current is flowing, and alpha F1 is nothing but the triggering angle of the field converter 1 and alpha F2 is nothing but the field triggering angle for the converter 2, okay. So if we want forward motoring, then the field current should be in positive always, okay. If we want forward motoring, the field current should be in forward direction, that is it should be IF should be positive here. When advanced triggering angle of the field converter 1 is on or it is positive, then armature current becomes 0 here, okay. So when it is in positive, the alpha triggering angle in the converter N is positive, then the armature current becomes the 0. If the armature current becomes 0, the switch off of the armature converter, here the switch off will be happened in the armature current. How much time it is going to remain in the switch off? It allows the dead time of about 10 milliseconds. At 10 milliseconds it should be off. So now the operation will be reversible. When we are going to allow the triggering angle of the field converter 1, then it becomes 0 here again, okay. Then if it is 0, then the switch off the converter 1 here, we need to switch off this, okay. Then if you again allow the dead time of about 10 milliseconds in the converter 2, that is the field converter F2, okay, the same operation will be happen here again. It will going to start the field converter 2, okay. The field converter 2 will be now starts. Then if we start the field converter 2, then the this armature will be started. Okay, so this is how we are going to change the field current in reversible order. So this is about the multi-quadrant operation of separately excited DC motor. So thank you so much, thank you very much. If you have any doubts, please feel free to contact me. Okay, thank you.